Okay, so today I'm here with Ron and Alicia, and they are homeless. And Ron, what does that do to you being on the streets?
Three of my siblings passing away within a 4-month period, and I got depressed about it. I hadn't been feeling good for a while. I went to OSU. I was diagnosed with cancer as well. Didn't talk to my wife. I stayed to myself. She left me because she thought maybe it was me and her relationship or something, but it wasn't. And I shot myself. I was in the hospital for 10 days here, and when I, got out, of course, I had to move, and being in the homeless world that I am in now makes me stop and think. I never dreamed in a million years, I'm in my 60s, that I would be like this in the latter part of my life. And that is the God's truth. But because you're homeless, you have nothing, doesn't mean you're a bad person. This woman here is a nice, she's a beautiful person.
So now they're going to come through the...
I tried to help anybody I can.
Okay.
And I tried to help.
My situation's pretty similar.
Yeah.
I kept finding myself homeless. First, I had coronavirus that was going against me. I'm a hairstylist. I was taken off work because of coronavirus. I couldn't work. I couldn't get unemployment. Eventually, I got my PUA, but that put a hardship on me. Ever since then, it's been hard. I also was told that I probably had cancer, that I had bladder cancer. It was hurting so bad I could barely walk. I had blood in my urine, and so I was taken off work, and I've been off work, and unfortunately my cosmetology license has lapsed since then, and I'm having trouble trying to find a place that will help pay to get my license renewed. But I know once I get my license renewed, I'll be able to go right back to work because I was really good at it. I worked at a place called Lady Jane's, where I was cutting men's hair, doing fades and beard trims and all that.
How long have you known Ron?
Actually, not for about 6 months, I'd say.
Oh, did you guys meet out here on the streets?
Yep.
Have you guys been living in a tent since this has been going on, or?
No. He's actually been a little more fortunate. He's found a few people. It just hasn't been able to work out for him as well.
To me, experiencing this for the first time ever in my life, just because you're homeless doesn't mean you're a bad person.
A lot of people
Or
judge.
you're on drugs or anything like that.
It took 60 years for you to finally be home. I mean,
62 years.
I bet that's probably hard because it's something you've never experienced.
Yeah. Now, I went to Lorain, Ohio, and stayed with my youngest son. It's not that I enjoyed this kind of life, because I don't. But in the same token, I don't want to impose myself on my kids. It's not up to them to.
Right.
But I'll tell you, after experiencing some of the things I have, I can honestly tell you, there is very, very large amount of cruel, mean people in this world today, and I think God is coming a lot sooner than what people think He is. After seeing what I've seen,
I don't know why, but I even feel like I've been homeless for a reason. I don't know why.
What are the things you've had to deal with since you've been homeless, Ron?
well, I mean, I went days without eating. When I say days, I think the longest period of time was 8. I don't know a lot about the world, of this world of homelessness and whatnot. I think it's very unfair to people like Alicia and me. I'm no better than her. I'm no better than
Right.
her. No whatsoever.
Coronavirus also affected me because I'm from Mount Vernon, Ohio. My dad got scared to death because he knew the numbers were higher here in Columbus. So he didn't want me near him, near my kids.
Right.
None of that, and that's where I've always been able to fall back to go home to.
What do your signs say? Can I see the signs?
Well, yesterday I made this one. I always put homeless hungry because I'll take food. I'm a bottomless pit.
Okay. Have they worked?
Anything helps. It was OSU game, so I always put God bless though.
Have having the signs helped?
Yeah, and then this one, will rake leaves or clean up for help.
Okay.
Like I'm willing to work and
How old are you?
42.
And what about you, Ron?
62.
62, and first time ever being on the streets. I bet that's pretty stressful.
I've been very fortunate in my life. It's a self-business owned band. Did very well. This is my first winter back in Columbus, Ohio. I came back from Florida, and Columbus has changed so drastically. Oh my God, it is nothing like it was when I left here.
It's built up a lot.
I moved away in '93, and
Oh, yeah.
there's no love, there's no care. People,
It's around. It's around.
Yes,
You just,
I see
it's
it
hard
with
to
the
find.
signs.
you may have not
Actually,
seen it, but
when I'm
they're here.
playing,
you know,
I see some people that will come up and that will help me in ways that I
Right.
never expected.
It'd always be somebody you don't even know, a stranger, do more for you than a person you know.
It's true.
yeah.
Ain't that wild how that works? Like,
That's very few.
My
I was
friend
very
that just
lucky.
died, he was shot to death, and he said, you know, what makes people give you money when you're flying a sign? And I said, I don't know. We both said at the same time, it's probably God
right.
that makes somebody want to.
That's one thing I've ever done. Was what do you call it? The sign thing.
Yeah.
One last thing.
Fly.
One last thing. For someone to see this video that's never been through this, and that would help prevent them to ever go through what you both have went through now, what kind of advice would you give out?
In decision making of your life, think it through long with your decision making in your life.
We were both actually victims of the same situation where we were living with somebody, renting a room, and we didn't know what they were getting evicted, and they didn't tell us and give us any notice, and then we were thrown out on the streets. Like that's what's weird about the situations. We both had the same things happen to us.
And to me, I can honestly say that I feel so horribly bad for women.
Yeah, they definitely go through it bad
Women
out here.
They
I've
are
had people yell at me for holding a sign. Go sell your ass.
Yeah,
or go get
are
a job.
disrespected
Or
in a major way.
if I could go to work, I would.
Right.
You know, to me, I can do it. But for a female, no. I feel so bad for her. And we were just talking just before you walked up. I'm going to stay with her until she has a place to live. I'm not going to let her out of my sight.
So now you guys got each other though, right? That's a lot more than what others have.
Yeah, I mean, I get afraid for her. I really do.
No, I understand.
She was behind the dumpster over here a while back, and I'm like, she said, well, that way nobody can see me. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's hard. Well, it was nice meeting the both of you, and I really wish you both the best.
Yeah.
And Alicia, I hope you guys both find housing, and I hope everything works out with you too, Ron, man.
Yeah,
I actually have a feeling.
Thank you for talking to me, though, and I'm going to end this, but thank you, guys.
Yeah.